Good morning and welcome to the daily news trends on SSiTV Africa. South Africa moves to adjusted level 4 lockdown. South Africa is moving to COVID-19 adjusted lockdown level 4 this week, with all social gatherings prohibited. Funerals are restricted to a maximum of 50 people, no night vigils or post-funeral gatherings are permitted. In his address to the nation, President Cyril Ramaphosa says government's focus is on limiting social contact to flatten the curve and contain the further spread of COVID-19 viruses. With Gauteng being the epicenter of the virus and accounting for more than 60% of infections countrywide, the president says there will be no traveling in and out of the province for leisure. This will not apply to people who travel for work and business purposes. This exemption is also for those who need to return to their areas of residence. The president says the closure of the schools for the winter holidays will be brought forward to this Friday, 2nd July 2021. The Restaurant Association of South Africa, RASA, says its sector will be the hardest hit during level 4 lockdown. The RASA says its sector will be the hardest hit after the country moved to level 4 lockdown. The association says while it appreciates there are difficult choices to be made due to COVID-19, there has been no consultation, financial support, nor remedy for the sector. RSA warns there will be thousands of jobs lost due to the newly announced restrictions. The sector could no longer have sit-ins at level 4 and can only serve takeaways. The restaurant industry says government has no plan nor financial support for the sector, which has been bleeding jobs and closing businesses since last year. RSA spokesperson Wendy Alberts says they also don't have any tax deferment or halting of leases or rent in places where they operate, and this will pose a huge challenge for the sector. Alberts adds that the sector is calling on government to support the industry. Inquiry into free, fairness local polls kicks off on Monday. Former Deputy Chief Justice Dikgang Moseneke inquiry on free and fair local government election during the COVID-19 pandemic will kick off its public hearings on Monday. The inquiry will hear oral submissions from the Electoral Commission as well as representatives from the Health Department and health NGOs. So far, 3,000 inputs have been submitted to the inquiry. Public opinion regarding whether the October polls should go ahead is deeply divided. This will likely also be the case regarding the written and voice note submissions made to Justice Moseneke. Public and various other stakeholders had until June 18 to make submissions. It will be up to the inquiry to determine whether the conditions in South Africa can facilitate the holding of free and fair elections. Buthelezi denies trying to stop Zulu royal family members from meeting. AmaZulu Prime Minister Mangosuthu Buthelezi has defended allegations that he sought to block Zulu King Sizulu Kazwelithini from meeting with his siblings. The AmaZulu royal family has confirmed that a meeting between King Sizulu Kazwelithini and his sister Princess Nomubuso Zulu took place last Friday at the Kwakhangele Mankengane Royal Palace in Nongoma in the northern KwaZulu-Natal. In a statement, Buthelezi says he never tried to stop any members of the Zulu royal family from meeting. Mask-free and low-risk, Italy welcomes milestone. All of Italy became a mask-free, low-risk zone for coronavirus Monday, marking a dramatic milestone for the first European country to be hit by the global pandemic in February 2020. In a decree that took effect Monday, the Health Ministry for the first time classified each of Italy's 20 regions as white, signifying low risk under country's color-coded classification system that evaluates COVID-19 risk. That means face masks will not longer be compulsory in outdoor areas. Welcome news across the country where an ongoing heat wave is expected to push temperatures past 40 degrees Celsius in some southern areas this week. Show must go on, say dancing protesters urging Britain to fully reopen. Hundreds of people danced and blew whistles in time to dance music on the streets of central London on Sunday, part of a protest against coronavirus restrictions that have pell-melled the entertainment industry, particularly nightclubs. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson hopes to remove the remaining restrictions on July 19 after being forced to postpone a reopening this month. but Save Our Scene, a campaign group for the music and hospitality sector that organized the protest, says lockdown curbs should end immediately. Two thumping beats played by DJs on mobile sound system, people marched and danced through central London to Parliament, paying little heed to social distancing guidelines aimed at curbing an increase in infections driven by the more contagious Delta variant of the virus. Thank you for tuning in on the Daily News Trends.